The Flying Scotsman's visit to the island of Sodor was coming to an end. Tomorrow is my last day on your controller's railway, Gordon. I'll be going back to London first thing in the morning. Oh yes, and I'll be back to pulling the express tomorrow. Henry and James have done a great job, but the express was given to me for a reason, you know. When Gordon and Scott arrived at Tidmouth Sheds, the engines were talking about Orcas. So, what is an Orcas? Orcases are part of the dolphin family out in the open seas. They're like dolphins, but bigger. Oh, I see. Orcases are very beautiful creatures. I heard that some people from around the world are doing whatever they can to stop hunters from hunting Orcases. I'm glad they are. It's not right to hunt animals, especially Orcases. Well, I think Orcases are a threat to the world. And what do you mean by that, Billy? Well, I heard that Orcases can kill people, so I think those hunters are doing us a favor. Oh, Billy, Orcases are beautiful animals, and they do not deserve to be hunted down. What you just said was wrong. I'm just stating out the obvious. You guys can think what you like, and I'll think what I like. Besides, just because they look beautiful doesn't mean that they're harmless. So, what's this about Orcases? We heard from the news about an Orcas being rescued recently. Oh yes, and what Billy just said about Orcases being hunted was just horrible. By some respects, Billy does have a point. Orcases do kill people sometimes. You're not agreeing with Billy, are you, Scott? No. I think they're lovely animals, and they can be quite friendly at times. I'm sure Billy will learn his lesson soon. As Billy was shuffling down the rails with some trucks, he began to feel thirsty. When he had stopped at a water tower, it had a sign saying, "Out of order." Bother! I'm thirsty! Where am I supposed to get a drink now? There's a river close by. We can get some water there. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. When Billy stopped by the river, his driver had a bucket which he used to get the water to fill up Billy's tanks several times over. At last, Billy's tanks were soon full. That's good. Now I can continue on with my delivery. Billy didn't get very far when he started feeling unwell. I don't feel good. Hang on, what's going on? It looks like both injectors have failed. What? That's not good. If we don't get any water into the boiler, there could be an explosion. What? I could explode? What are we gonna do? Well, the only option is that we stop and put out your fire. And so, that's what they did. Thank goodness we stopped before I exploded. Billy's driver looked into the tanks to see what was wrong. Here's the problem, Billy. You have fish in your tanks. What? Fish almost caused me to explode? Looks like it. I guess in a way all fish are kinda deadly. I wouldn't say that. Well, at least we don't have to hear about Billy talking badly about Orcases now. That night, after Billy had all the fish taken out of his tanks, he apologized to the engines about what he had said about Orcases. I'm sorry for being rude earlier. After my little mishap with some fish, I take back what I said about Orcases. The engines accepted Billy's apology. That's alright, Billy. Apology accepted. So, what was wrong with your tanks again? When my driver looked inside, He found fish. Ha 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 ha! How did the fish get in there? Billy explained that he was almost out of water and he had to refill at a nearby river. I know what that's like. I once had fish in my tanks many years ago. And once your crew and the Fat Controller got them all out, they had a supper of fish and chips. All the engines laughed, even Billy. The next morning, it was time for the Flying Scotsman to leave for London. It's been an honor having you here, Scott, and I hope your journey to London goes well. Thank you, sir. It was great being here again. I hope we see each other again soon, Scott. We will, brother. Bye, Scott. It was great meeting you. Ha ha ha. And it was great meeting you too, Billy. And it was great seeing all of you Sodor engines again. All the engines gave Scotsman a farewell whistle, and then he gave a whistle as he steamed proudly out of the station towards London.